Hello, welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. The mayor of Fontana has been thinking lately about what to do with police and community relationships. And when she gets to thinking, she gets to talking, and she's here now. Welcome, Mayor Acquanetta Warren.
Hi.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you've been focusing lately on the relationship between the police and the community. What kinds of things are you wanting to do to encourage a really good relationship in your town?
Well, I think we all are in such disbelief of what has happened in the last couple of weeks with the Dallas police shootings, the police shootings around the country, and this has been going on for a while, but we've been gearing up for communication. Our particular department has not just reported into incidents, they actually are out in the community all the time. As early as 2 to 3 months ago, they had a session at this church in our wonderful city, Bethel AME. The pastor called and said, I want our youth to get to know the officers. Wonderful. On a Sunday afternoon, on their own time, our police association went over and shared what it was like when they grew up, making sure that the kids there understood, we're just like you. And I think the results were just great. So we're making sure communication is there. And we've got some ideas. We've been outreaching through our Explorer and our Cadet program, which provides our young people exposure to the law enforcement, provides them with some career path. We also have our faith-based meetings where we meet with pastors because they bring the message back to their memberships, as well as we have various community programs that the police actually do outreach in.
Have you seen any tension in your community between the police and just the residents? It seems, we see these demonstrations, we see what's happening in the news, and it's so polarizing, but it's actually more rare. Our real lives are somewhere in the middle. I mean, the police shooting residents and people shooting police, that's the exception, not the rule.
Right.
So
I think we all agree that they're the percentage of all people, they're all good. The police are not all what they consider bad. The people are not all bad. I think we have to start to judging each other by what we know of each other personally and not putting this big drape on everybody. And that's what this is all about. I just wrote an article in our local paper and I extended to our public, and particularly our churches, that myself and our chief are willing to come and start that communication. It's called It's Time to Talk. And that's what we want to do, because I think that's the difference. When you're out there before something happens, people feel more comfortable coming to you after it happens to actually sit down and talk. But you have to have developed that relationship.
So you have started this relationship, this conversation, as
Right.
you're calling it. What are you hearing from people from both sides of this conversation?
I think everybody agrees that if we don't know each other and we're judging each other, is when you have your problems. And what we've tried to do is make ourselves available to the public. Good example, on September 10th, the North Fontana Concerned Citizens, which is predominantly African American, but they represent many of the community members, they want to work with the police association, have a petition. I have to keep saying pit. In other words, they're going to have a big barbecue cook-off, and they're going to bring police agencies from around the region to compete. And the dress code is no uniforms, so that young people and community people can get to know officers for who they are and vice versa. So we're looking forward to that.
Well, Fontana Mayor Acquanetta Warren, thanks for sharing your ideas about this community policing. We look forward to hearing more about it later on. Thanks for being here. And thank you for joining us. I'm Leslie Leyton.